I'm alive! Alright, everyone, let's go! We are live today, this last day of the month of February. We have come live because we have some crazy. How are you? We have some crazy updates that's happening right now. Hot news, I don't know, breaking news. We can even put a red banner that's happening. Like, guys, crazy things are happening with immigration, and we are here to discuss all of these important topics one by one, especially with what's happening with the new knock codes that's been added into the targeted draws. We're going to discuss one by one. First of all, we want to thank all of you guys for joining in. I mean, it's kind of fascinating right now, like to see almost like 40, 50 people who are like joining us live right away. I know a lot of you guys have a lot of questions, and that's why we have pulled this man. We have booked this man right here to answer all your questions. So he's gonna be here. You wanna say hi to them, Vishnu?
Hi there, everyone. I believe a lot of CAN family members already there because again, those clients who signed up with us, they also wanted to know about what can be done, sudden knock code change, how this is gonna be influenced. So I have shared that with our CAN family members too. So we are expecting some questions coming now. So yes, guys. So one by one, your questions and concerns, kindly type it in the comment section, or you can also text your concern on our Instagram page so that Evan is going to ask one by one question. We are going to cover in detail about entire process that, okay, what is this about, how this is going to influence you, and how you should plan your PR. So once again, let's start.
Let's start. And what kind of questions are we taking in today? Only questions related to?
Yes. So question related to the current knock code policy change. This one would be the primary we are looking into once we're able to cover everything, because by next 1 hour and 45 minutes, I have to start my consultation documentation. So that's most important for me.
All
So we
right,
need to complete it. But again, all the questions which is related to the knock code and the category-based express entry draw, start putting that in your questions and let's start the session.
Let's go. All right. So we have for the first question from Venkat Vishnu. It goes: I've already created the profile as a chef. Now can I change it to a cook position?
Very good question, Venkat. So now, this is something which I wanted to explain my clients as well as for every international students who are looking to now changing the knock code. So now, you might have seen already the rumor saying that you are making the changes, there's a digital footprint and those kind of thing. Yes, somewhat it is right. This is an era of digital where whatever you enter, whatever information you're giving, that is getting stored somewhere. So if you are the one who already created a profile as a chef, if you wanted to create, like if you wanted to change the knock code as a cook, yes, you can, because once again, the knock code is based upon your duty. So even you selecting the title as a chef, if you wanted to change that to cook, that's fine, because you can give a justification saying that cook and chef, basically I'm working as a chef, but I'm doing the responsibilities of a cook. But once again, if someone is there, and that's very common thing, that a lot of food sector thinking that, okay, now PR is not possible, they try to get a manager, supervisory title. Suddenly, everyone is now looking into going into cook.
Going back again into the whole thing.
So
yeah.
you need to keep one thing in mind. That's a drastic change, that your total sector, like the segment where you used to work, now it's converting into a different segment. That is concerning. So just to be safe, if you really wanted to change your knock code, if 99% safe, I would say, try to delete your entire profile and create a new profile. That would be my sincere recommendation to every international student who is about to change their knock codes.
Vishnu, I have a question. What's the basic difference between a chef and a cook, like from a common man's point of view?
So chef is like a supervisor.
Okay.
Cook is basically anyone can do.
So probably someone who's like assisting the chef.
Yes.
Up.
So like there is a line cook, then there's a cook, and then there's a chef.
Okay.
So chef's responsibility is to supervise cooks
Okay.
and the other departments and everyone.
Alright.
So chef is like main part of the
one who's in charge, the supervisor.
Yeah. So that's, and
basically
again,
the
that
supervisor. Yeah.
chef usually comes in a 4-star, 5-star hotels
Okay.
where there's a huge team. Cook is basically anyone in A&W, McDonald's, anywhere. The cook can be there.
Anyone.
But chef, it's very specific professional title, which is only given by the restaurants who have that kind of title there.
Yeah, I know. Actually, it's crazy because last week, remember when we were speaking about the AIP thing and how AIP took off all the fields related to whole of like
Food sector.
hospitality, food sector, and all of a sudden now this whole news comes in as in like people who are like under cooks can now be like eligible under the targeted draw. It's actually good news for a lot of people. I know like a lot of people were disappointed, were planning to move their profession from the whole cook because they were like, that okay, that's not gonna work. But now that this is happening, it's a good news, guys. Canada is it's not. I don't think Canada doesn't want people to become the PR. They do. They are, right.
So it's not about that cook title. So
Mhm.
if you're looking into, there's always, like whenever the policy change comes, there is always a back history. So if you're looking into AIP, PNP in small provinces, they have a limited seat. And like I said, the cook is a very common title. If you're looking into around 100 international students, at least 30 or 40 of them will be working in a food industry, and around 25 or 20 will be working as a cook.
Yeah.
Or they can get a title as a cook.
Yeah.
So now that is removed from those small community program and PNP. But again, when we are looking into federal, which is now the category-based express entry draw, we are looking into a bigger pool.
Picture, yeah, better
And in
picture.
bigger pool, definitely the CIC don't want that. Now, if they remove all the food sector knockouts, who is going to work there? So cook is one of the good one. And like I said, I believe that CIC literally played a very good mind game now, that people who were supposed to live the food sector, because now PNP was not supportive, RNIP was not supportive, other PR like AIP was not supportive. Now, at least by this news, people will stick on with their restaurant field.
Yeah. Even I think there's another follow-up question which I'm just throwing up all the follow-up questions related to what we just spoke. Like Laksh had the same question. Like, should she's already created a profile in as a cook, so that now does she have to apply for express entry again?
No. So again, Laksh, you already created a profile. So again, always remember one thing. You need to understand which stream you're applying. So this is the category-based express entry draw, which is technically a part of express entry. So when you create an express entry, automatically you get qualified into FSW, CEC, if there is a certain PNPs, you qualified into Francophone if you are eligible for that. And this category-based express entry draws, once again, you don't need to create each and every profile separately. One express entry, keep your maximum CRS point, which again, I'm going to discuss that down the road, that how important is a CRS point. It's not just like, okay, you have cook and you will get a PR. Trust me, I'm seeing a lot of reels. We are supposed to break, like today, we're supposed to have a break the rumor session. I have received like so many reels saying that now you work as a cook and you can get a PR.
Get a PR.
If that is that easy, trust me, everyone might be just working as a cook. But again, it depends upon the CRS point. When we are looking into skilled, the last year, last draw was around 433. Now, when they included the cook, we can anticipate the draw will go higher. Because now, if we are there, they are looking into 450 range for the cook. In express entry, there would be a good lion's share number of people will be there who might be working as a cook. So definitely they are not giving 10,000, 20,000 invitation one time. So we can expect in skilled now, the score will go higher.
All right. I have a question from Living Legend. That's more of like a follow-up. Do we need any like certificate to become a cook or in Canada or something like that?
You can. So there is something called as a Red Seal certificate. So if you wanted to do a Red Seal certificate, definitely you can try to go and do a certification for a specific cuisine. You can do Red Seal, that's a professional certificate, but it's not mandatory. So even if you did engineering, you did nursing, you did come from a hospitality background, doesn't matter. If your employer want a cook, you can go and help them in the kitchen and you're a cook.
Awesome. Guys, first of all, thank you so much for putting up the questions. If you have a follow-up to what Vishnu just spoke, you can just put it in the comments. I'm still going through each one of them. So if there is any follow-up questions, I'll shoot it right up at that same moment itself. Going to the next question, we have we have GCC asking, what is the expected cutoff score for a trade drawer?
So as per my personal opinion, what I believe right now is definitely the cutoff will go higher. It's very unfortunate, but why I'm saying that, that's very important to understand. If you look into previous NOC codes in a trade, there was only limited and very rare knock codes, which was not that popular. But now when we are seeing into a knock code, it's more common. And when it's a common knock code, we can anticipate there will be many applicants would be there.
True.
And think about if the draw happened for 440, look into your surrounding, that how many individuals will be there who might be working as a cook or who can get a letter as a cook, and they might be sitting around 450, 440 points.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting that the trade draws will be start to have a hike where we are looking around 470 and above would be definitely little bit safe,
To be
but
honest.
anything less than 430, 440, again, like it's like express entry now. So it's like, okay, yeah, in 6 months you can get qualified, but now when you're going into express entry, it's CRS point. It's same like you're appearing for exam, you only need 60%.
Yeah.
But if you need distinction, you need 75%.
Okay.
So if you want a distinction, your aim need to be 75. So same like that, even though you have a 6 months of experience, you are into the express entry pool, it's very important to have a CRS point as high as possible if you wanted your PR in 2025.
In 2025. All right. I thought we're done with studies back in school. Now again, it's like, you know.
My studies never finish, buddy.
You're never done with studies. Okay. All right. Hi Vishnu. I'm currently working as a special kids assistant in Canada. Based on the recent new NOC code for ECA, do we need education? I don't have an education in Canada, so am I eligible for CEC or FSW?
So
That's
tough here.
Tough year.
So-
Tough year.
That's fair. Nice question. Now, by this, let me explain you guys about how the NOC code is selected. I already explained this in a lot of videos, but still I'm explaining and I'm focusing on this one particular part because a lot of international student or immigration firm get misleaded by selecting a NOC code based upon the title. NOC code is based upon the duties you perform, and always when you select a NOC code, try to look into the duties as well as the employment requirement. So now, when I'm looking into like what I get from the question is that you're working as a ECA. Now there are ECA and there is a early childhood care assistant. Assistant don't need a license or education, whereas the ECA, who's a registered, they need a license. But once again, first of all, you need to identify what is the NOC code which you are selecting for, and then you need to look into the employment requirement, where if it is written maybe, don't worry about that. If it says it's required, then you have to.
Okay, that's good. A couple of questions, Vishnu. Like right now, in the whole of like with like EC, like early childhood educators, do you know what are the NOC codes or ones which has been added, or what are the main ones which has been removed in the main skill kind of the trade?
Oh,
draws?
definitely. Let me just log in there where it is. It's
Also, guys, if you can let us know where you're joining us from, that would be great because we want to know like from where you are joining us, or like where you're like part of being like a part of us. And also we also want to make sure that we are only covering topics related to the whole NOC code change and the new eligibilities and everything. So yeah.
Okay, so the NOC codes in education sector. So we are gonna post that. I'm gonna post that link where you can also see that how to identify which NOC codes are there. I'm posting that in the comment section so you can look into. Oh, it's already in the description. Perfect. So it's already in our description section also, but I have posted that in our comment section. So in short, when I'm looking into the NOC codes, which is added to our education sector, that is 43100, 42203, 42202, 41221, and 41220. So in short, elementary school teachers, any kind of instructor with a person with disability, early childhood care educators and assistants, elementary school teachers or kindergarten school teachers, and secondary school teachers. These are the few NOC code which recently got added to the education sector now.
Okay. Next question. We have Anjal asking, "Hi Vishnu, I completed my. I'm currently. I believe the person is doing a PSW course, and that person has completed masters in social work, and like she said, like I don't. Anjal is a she or a he? I'm not sure. I've almost done 2
Let's
years.
go with they.
They. So now they want to know: can I apply for the express entry with the master's experience, doing the master's from back home and have like still studying as a PSW?
Yes. So now, in express entry, it doesn't matter what's your background and what you're working. You can done your mathematics from back home in degree, then you did physics in your master's, which is not possible. I'm just giving example. And you are doing a PSW here course, and now you're working as a social workers field. It doesn't matter. If you have studied, you have a WES or ECA, then yes, you can able to claim the points for that. And any tier 0, 1, 2, 3, irrespective of what is your background, if it is fall under tier 0, 1, 2, 3, you are qualified under the express entry.
follow-up question to that. There's Parvati who said, I'm a PSW graduate. I got a full-time job offer in a home and community care. I started working there. Will I be eligible for the pilot program?
Now, I believe Parvati might be looking into the home care pilot program. It's a totally different segment, but again, let me just answer your question. You need to have a full-time, unlimited contract offer letter from the employer. So first of all, you need to have a full-time job offer letter. That should not be part-time or casual or in a contract. And second, the employer has to support, so they need to fill the forms. You can look into that, but again, we are gonna be doing a detailed video on that, how to do this application by yourself, because one thing, we are already the videos under the rendering, but let me make a small note here. Do not go with any immigration firm, agent or third party, including us. So even if it is our client, we are not doing any application anymore. We did not even sign up anyone, but we are not doing any application just because one ethical factor, and that is this has very limited seats. So whenever the home care pilot program is gonna open, it may get closed in 2, 3, 4, or maybe in one day.
Wow.
If you go through any immigration firm, you might be one of the application out of their thousands or 100 or tens. So do you wanted to compromise your application? On the other hand, what I'm seeing is the same thing what we did on TR to PR, and we got a lot of success there, that educating the clients that how to do the application by yourself. Because now whoever is watching this video and can family member, definitely you might have did your study permit extension, postgrad work permit. So why can't you do this application if you have a little bit of guidance, which we are gonna cover in one of the video, explaining that how to create your portal, what all documents are required, where to upload. I'm gonna do a detailed video on that, but please, if you have a supportive employer and you think you are qualified, try to do an application by yourself, because you pay anyone. No one can give you guarantee that that application will be approved or will be submitted, because it has very limited seat, limited time. They can put 1 or 2 application, maybe by that time the portal will get closed. So it's your money, you make a decision, but whatever decision you make, I really wish that you should be happy with that.
All right, that's good. We have Asta who has asked that her sister has currently worked as part-time as a ECA, right? And now she got promoted into a full-time job. So will the experience that she had during the part-time, will that be counted for the CEC?
Yes. So in CEC, even if you work for 1 hour, it will be calculated towards the 1,560 hours. So there are a lot of rumors, a lot of things going on. Just to make it summarize, even if it is part-time, casual contract, doesn't matter. If you are completing 12 months and 30 hours per week, that considered as a full-time hours. Whereas, for example, someone is working for only 20 hours per week. You don't need to worry. Even if you're getting 20 hours per week, but that fall under tier 0, 1, 2, 3, you may need to work for 15 months to complete 1,560 hours, and still you are qualified for express entry.
That's good.
Simple, straightforward.
And does this ECA have any language, this thing, like how much are you required to get for the language exams, like in your English proficiency exams?
Like it's like for the licensing or for the express entry?
So I believe it was one of the same questions. It's a follow-up question by Tasfir. So he's like, what can be the language score for an early childhood assistant?
Again, when you're looking into a process, all the particular stream has the same kind of English requirement. So now, when we're talking about express entry, you can even get qualified with individual 6, or you can even get qualified with CLB 10. Now, that both the exams or the result of the English proficiency determine that what is your CRS point. So for example, if a person is with masters from back home, have a 1 year of experience, or degree from back home, 1 year of experience from back home, have a 1 year of experience here, and now the person have individual 6. That particular individual will be setting around 450 around points. But at the same time, if the person who have a degree, 1 year of experience from back home, 1 year of experience in Canada, and have CLB 9, will directly jump to 505. So, which is very important to understand that English proficiency, when someone asks me what is the minimum score, I just crack a joke saying that, okay, it's like someone asking me how many rasgulla you like. Man, I can eat as number as.
Okay.
Once again, there's no limit.
Yeah.
You go through early childhood, you go as a cook, you go as a manager, you go as CEO. You should try to maximize your score, and you should focus on IELTS.
I mean, I think your English course plays one of the most major role out of everything, right?
Oh, yes. just common fact, okay? International student talk about or argue about, or the immigration firm argue about how important is 2-year program, how important is the 3-year work permit. They argue about, okay, which province they have to move. They argue about, okay, which employer support for PNB, AIP. They need to look for the LMI. They need to pay this employer to get a PR, go to this immigration firm and get a PR done.
Yeah.
But think about how many international students you know who might have said to you that, okay, I'm taking 2 weeks of vacation because now I'm studying for my IELTS, CELPIP or PT.
Yeah, but for the 2 weeks, no one's going to pay me for that.
Now, okay, that's a very genuine thing. Okay, so
That's-
now 2 weeks, he's saying that, okay, he cannot able to pay his bill and everything. Okay, makes sense.
Okay.
Now, you made a good money. Okay, you are working for $6,000 a month. But now your work permit is for 3 years. Your work permit is expiring tomorrow. And your CRS point is 450.
450.
Now, what do you do next?
I don't know. Take the money.
He will be going to an immigration firm which will be saying that, okay, yeah, there is a nanny care program, pay me 20,000, 30,000. So that means he prioritizes money, money will go away. But if you prioritize that, okay, no, I want to get my PR in next 1 year, you prioritize on your English proficiency, where you might need to spend $330, $300. Even you write 3 times, less than $1,000, your CRS point can go hike on a very high level, which can assure the PR. Because that same thing I'm noticing right now with the recent policy change. I have clients whose CRS point is not even 300. Again, my policies or my ethics are very straightforward that, okay, if your CRS point is not good, I always recommend them to improve that before we create the profile. But there are other immigration firms which will say that, okay, no, doesn't matter. You just create your profile with 300 points, you may get the invitation.
Yeah.
Now tell me, if someone's score is 440 in Express Entry, what is the probability that that person will get a PR?
Probably out of this person, probably at 20.
The last time the score was down in 2023, that was 481. And before that, during the COVID time, 2021, the score dropped that much. But if that same person have a health background, skilled, that makes sense. So with 450, yeah, you can able to create profile. Yeah, there is a probability. But when you're looking into category-based Express Entry draw, your CRS point is everything. So it's not just like, okay, you have an experience, your employer can give this and you create a profile, you will get a PR. No, you need to have your CRS point high, because still, take this in writing, when the score will start for skilled trade, it will hike up because they cannot do a score with 440. If they do it on trade, we are looking for invitation at least for 10,000 to 20,000 applicants maybe.
Wow.
Even we have more than, like, I believe 113 profile which I seen. Everyone is cook.
All crazy.
And everyone is sitting on more than 50 points. So if they are sitting on more than 50 points, cook, I am just waiting for that day to have a draw with 450 points. And trust me, I will be off for the weeks then.
I mean, it's crazy. Okay, Vishnu, we're going out of topic.
Yeah,
we have a
sorry.
lot of questions. We need
Let's
to
go.
cover one by one. Okay, Steffi has asked, what is your, what about people who are in STEM category? What are the next options right now?
Human capital priority stream, or improve your Express Entry with boosting your IELTS score are the options. Already we know that STEM is not there. Last year it's already told. So there is nothing to surprise on. It was not there. Now the IT is removed from that, but still human capital priority stream is a keyword where you can get a PR. Last year draw was around 460, 470, 480. Get 600 point in Ontario, direct PR.
Christine has a question.
And again, sorry,
Oh, sorry.
one more
Yes,
thing,
yeah.
human capital priority stream, don't need an employer support. So you just have an experience, you have a degree, you have continuous 1 year of experience from back home, or a year in last 5 years, 1 year, get a PR.
All right, Christine has a question. Vishnu, when can I expect another like a STEM draw?
There is no STEM draw. Sorry for that, but there is nothing. You can expect a draw in human capital. Last year there was 3 to 4 times. If your CRS point is good, try to bring around 470. You should be getting your invitation through human capital.
Okay, that's good. Now to the next question. Vishnu, there's one person who's currently working as a carpenter, but his 40% of his roles and responsibilities matches with the cabinet maker. Now he has a question: if he adds the responsibilities and everything, and that matches with what he's currently doing, will it raise a doubt to the officer, creating negative impact on my profile?
So what's the name? Canada View?
Canada View.
Hi, Canada View. So now, very important thing to understand. You cannot say that your knock code fall under multiple duties. So now when you're looking into the carpenter title, carpenter is something in Canada is the person who built the buildings. So how can a person can say that a person who is building buildings is almost same with a person who is making cabinet making? So once again, look into the duties of it, because definitely I believe you're not doing exterior work where you're looking into the blueprint, stabilizing the wood blocks and those kind of things. So that's a carpenter jobs. With a cabinet maker on the other hand is something, okay, you're making, shining, polishing, those kind of thing. So you need to look into the knock code with the duties, and then you need to identify your NOC codes.
Good one. We have Moonli, who's come up with, hey Vishnu, I'm worked as a junior software engineer developer roles, and now in Canada I'm working as under technology analyst role related to software and IT. Can I apply and get a PR?
You can, but again, it depends upon your CRS point. If you're
And roles, responsibility?
roles and responsibility depends like again,
We can understand.
the knock code is based upon your duties. The duties makes your profile that okay, which knock code you're gonna come in. And once again, by having a job or by studying in Canada, you're not getting a PR. If you're looking into express entry based streams, your CRS point is the most important thing. So try to boost your IELTS, CELPIP or PT and try to get maximum CRS point.
All right, Vishnu, 1 minute for every answers, okay? We have a lot of questions for today. I think you can order Uber for food. We can sit here today.
Let's start.
Okay, next question. I'm currently on my work permit and is working as a line cook. I was hired here 2 years as a part-time. Now I'm getting 30 hours some week and 25 to 27 hours in the next week. How can I count my hours?
So you need to go with average. So when you see, okay, weekly you're getting 30 and next week you're getting 25 to 27, you can select somewhere around 28 hours per week. That will give you the average and you can able to submit your express entry application.
All right, put a thumbs up if your questions are getting answered, all right?
So please thumbs up so that we know
that
okay, you are listening and you got your answer. If not, then again you can put a next comment.
All right. Hi, I'm graduating as a social service worker this April, and is there any chance or what are the PR pathways that I can look into as that person moved into Saskatchewan?
Why, bro? Why?
Is moving from Ontario a bad idea now? Okay. If I move to not moved yet, so if
Matthews, bro, try not to move. Once again, I always tell this thing. If you move the province and you get a PR, half of the Brampton, Mississauga, Kitchener, Niagara Falls might have already moved to that particular province. So again, think sensibly, have a knowledge that, okay, if you even move, the most important thing is that you need to have an employer. Don't change the province based upon what people are saying. Change the province if you get a better job. So you studied social service worker. Now, for example, you got a better job of $30, $35 in Saskatchewan, move. But if you get $27, $25 in Ontario, stay here because your knock would fall under the category-based express entry draw. You are qualified under the human capital priority stream. If you work on your IELTS, you can even get a PR directly through an express entry. So once again, evaluate your profile. Don't compare apple with pineapple. It's a two different thing. Your profile is important. Contact any immigration firm where you think that they have a proper knowledge so that they can assess your file and they can tell you, okay, go through this process so that you can able to make your own decision. Don't trust on someone who is saying that move Saskatchewan and you get PR. I get calls regularly from Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia saying that, okay, I moved. What should I do next?
All right. Okay. All right, because there's a lot of repeated questions, so I'm just gonna I know a lot of people are joining in as well. I'll make sure we'll come back into it. I'm just gonna look for the questions. All right. Can you explain a little bit more about the personal support worker pilot program?
Okay, so it might be talking about the home care pilot program. Once again, guys, one thing very important to understand: whenever you're looking for a particular program, try to have a proper words for that, because now if someone say that express entry, yeah, you are qualified into that, but there are other streams too. Specifically like this home care support pilot program, now you are qualified if you have, again, this doesn't need any kind of experience, which is a very big relief, but it need at least 6 months of education. Most of the PSW course which is happening nowadays is almost 6 months or less than 6 months. So a lot of international students are there or a lot of immigration firms are there. which are giving false assurance saying that, okay, you studied the PSW course, you can apply. Only if you studied from a publicly funded college and you studied for more than 6 months, then you are qualified under this particular program. If you did a crash course, online course, unfortunately, you are not getting qualified into this. Once again, we are going to be doing a detailed video. We already made the first part of the video, which will be published by next week for sure. So once you see that, you will understand. But the next video, we are going to post it once the portal, everything will open, so that we can able to tell you how to do the application by yourself. And that point, we will be conducting a live session like this, where we will be educating you on that particular program.
All right. I have a follow-up question to this. Is this something called group home worker, which comes under 42201?
Okay.
So Sonali has asked a question regarding that.
Now, group home, residential care worker, group home, it's basically the same thing. But now, I don't know whether you know my background. I'm a registered nurse, so I worked in group homes, long-term care, hospital, all the places. One common mistake, what I see from between the international students is everyone tried to have the title, Google that. Again, if you are working in residential or group home, you can go under 33102, you can go under 44101, you can go under 42201, depending upon what are the duties you are performing. So once again, you need to look into the duties so that you can identify what is your NOC code, and then you need to look into what pathways are there to get you the PR.
Okay. And
Questions are increasing.
You know, most of the times, like we as the media team, we tell Vishnu, you have to slow down. You're too fast. But I think you have to turn on the button today to the fast mode. All right. A couple of people have asked Vishnu, how are you today?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you for your prayers and blessings. 4 months, 4 weeks of last month, literally it was crazy. I had symptoms and everything, but now better. Voice is back.
Voice is back. All right, and Vishnu is back as well. Let's go. Okay, I'm doing a I'm on a work permit after doing a 1+1 stacking course. Please tell me what should I do to get my PR fast? Should I get a forklift license? Please help Vishnu.
So he did 1+1 in?
I don't know. I think he did a 1+1 course without break. So that's what I think he meant.
So now, very important thing is it's not about. Okay, so now again, not to be offend anyone. Okay. Just a practical, my personal opinion. Studying in Canada is not something you're doing for yourself. You're doing this for Canadian government or for Canada, that you're paying this much of money. In returns, you can get a certificate. If you can see in my back, you can see that kind of thing. That's the only use of that when I'm talking to you personally. Not to offend anyone, okay? If you want a PR, it's not about the course. You see, I have spent a lot of money.
$20,000.
Same thing. If you did 1+1 program, you do masters, you do PhD, it doesn't matter. You need to have a job. That is the most important thing. You can do forklifting, you can do welding, you do PSW, you do without this all, you can go with other jobs too. Try to find a good employer. It's like marrying a right person. In Canada, when it's about immigration, I would say find a right employer. If you find a right employer, your PR would be easy. Try to go outside city. Try to do walk-ins so that you can find a good employer. Leave an impression on an employer so that they can hire you. But those are the few tricks which I would say. Doing the course, not get you anything. So same thing. The PSW course, nothing. After that, you need an experience to get a PR.
All right. We have a question from SG asking 41320 education counselor NOC code has been removed from the healthcare, and I didn't see in the education occupations as well anymore. Can this be considered?
Okay, so 41320 education counselor. So now, when we are looking into immigration, like I said last time also when we did the video, we explained about that. Every year, new NOC codes will be added and some of the NOC code will be removed. The NOC code which you're saying, yes, that comes under the education sector, but this year, 2025, the CIC is particularly looking into those NOC codes specific which is directly needed in Canada. And unfortunately, that NOC code is not there. So you are qualified under general express entry like CEC and FSW, but not in category-based express entry draw as of 2025. Hopefully, it will be added next year, but try to get a PR this year. Don't wait for next year.
I hope this year, I believe this year there was no targeted draws as of now, right?
There is not even proper draw happening, man. From last 2 months, only 3 draws and like 2 PNP draws maybe.
All right.
I was hoping that if at least the regular CEC draw started happening bi-weekly, the score will come down.
Even I wished as well.
521 score. Okay. Last time we missed it, waiting for that.
Let's wait. Let's see. All right. Okay. So I was in Daksh has a quest. I think he was in NOC code 33109 doing this job for almost 8 months. Now suddenly they took away from the expository this NOC code. I believe the incomplete question, but I believe what's the next question is what can you do next?
Okay. So 33109, it's very odd NOC code. It has a different job titles. Off record, try to talk to your employer, try to identify what other NOC codes can match. Try to look into those NOC code which is still in the healthcare and you can able to apply. So for example, if you are a dental hygienist or you are a hygienist, you can look into a dental care assistant, those kind of NOC code which is still there. But yes, you need to look into your profile and then you need to identify where you match and then you need to look into your duties.
Guys, don't stack questions up. If you have already asked a question, don't send it again and again because it's just adding on. He
is getting panic attacks.
We will we will answer all of your questions. We will get as long as we can. Don't spam more than once. We will get into it.
We are coming down.
Slowly, one by one. We're coming down. All right. Hi. I work as a PSW in a retirement home part time. I work in PSW for 2 places part time for 4 months. I'm working as UCP
under unregulated care provider.
You know the term. Okay, 2 once in a week. Is there any way I can get a PR?
Yes, for sure. So once again, you need to identify what is a NOC code. So what's the name? Kevin, Christian, James.
Christian,
yeah.
Calvin,
So
Christian.
James, simple, sweet. James, what you should do you need to identify what is the NOC code. So even though you're working in 2 different places, unregulated care provider, that technically goes under 44101 NOC code, which is basically as a care provider. Whereas 33102 comes under as a PSW or a little bit on a higher range. So if you're even working in 2 different places, you need to identify what are the NOC codes for that. If you're facing difficulty, call our office or contact anyone who can look into the duties and identify the NOC codes. If both the NOC code are same, then you can mix that. But if one NOC code is tier 3, other NOC code is tier 4, unfortunately, only one NOC code will be considered for the PR. And if you wanted a PR, either express entry or PNP. PNP need employer support, express entry don't need anyone support. You can do by yourself.
All right. We have Neeraj asking if a draw comes for trade, will that affect other NOC codes because more than 70% of people will be in the cook NOC.
You got it right, Neeraj. So that is something which I am also concerned about, that people are getting happy saying that, okay, now cook is there, very easy to get. I can go and work 6 months in one of the A&W or a restaurant. I can get that. Literally, one of the person just called me today, said that there is a restaurant, don't want to disclose the name, in Cambridge, which charging right now 12 to 15,000 to get a job as a cook. They had 3 cooks who used to work there. They left the job. Now, as soon as this news came, everyone is rushing to that restaurant to start working again. But now, 12 to 15,000, think about if you cannot able to get a proper CRS point, it would be wasted. So once again, think about other pathways, but I don't think now the skill draw will be coming on a lower side. It would be going around 460, 470 above is something where I am assuming, because then it would be a little bit of a tough competition there.
Now that they've introduced the whole new NOC codes and everything, is it a wise option to move into like getting looking into trade specific, NOC specific expository? Or
right now someone do, it's still fine, but think about if you started, like someone started to work as a cook now in the month of March. By September, the person complete the 1 year, like 6 months of experience, and the person's score is 450. Okay? What if next year they took off the cook?
Oh yeah, true.
Anything can happen in immigration, and once again, that same thing what I'm noticing, this NOC code changes. Most of the people who go as a construction supervisor, the people who wanted to go through the easier NOC code, like IT sector, business analyst, now everything is removed because now CIC know that, okay, a lot of people already got the job, all the best. Let's go with some other NOC codes where you need to start working. So once again, CIC keep an eye. It's not like they don't observe, they do observe, it's government. So please be respectful and try to have option number 1, 2, and 3, so that if any 2 options fail, at least you have a 3rd option with you.
Honestly saying, Canadian immigration is a mystery right now. you
It's
know,
like it's like Santa gift. What you get, no one knows that.
no
But
one knows.
you
You
need to
never
be
know
like.
what's happening. Like,
But most of the individuals just run behind. Okay, what's the current policy is? It's not good. You always need to look into what after 1 year. If it doesn't work, what next? Always have 2 to 3 plans so that you would be safe.
I got a good question. Felix has asked, what are the chances of removing the knock codes of food and retail sector in Ontario from express entry? Is it advisable to still work under these sectors to create a profile in express entry?
Yo, Felix, bro. He's our Can family member. Okay. Okay. So, Felix, one thing to understand, express entry is a federal program. So it's not like, okay, you working in Ontario and they take off the knock code. Only PNP, RNIP, REDI, those kind of programs are there where they can take off anytime because it's very community or province limited. But now when we're looking into express entry, yes, there can be, in the future it can happen that, okay, some of the knock codes like PSW, which used to be in tier 4, gone into, like passed into tier 3 now. Some of the knock code can go from tier 2 to tier 4 also. But it's not just for Ontario. You go to any province, it can happen the same way. So if you are the person who's already working in a food sector, don't get panic. When you have more than 500 points, like I have explained you during your consultation time also, the only thing you need is to do your English proficiency exam, try to do CELPIP or PT, and like I said, you can do your express entry profile creation by yourself. With that score where you're sitting around more than 500, take this in writing, you will be getting invitation this year. So, not moving. Be in Ontario, do your IELTS, spend time and money behind your English proficiency, get up here.
Okay. Same question, same question, same question. All right. I've created an express entry profile and I have a knock 22221 experience. Which recent STEM knock change? Will the recent STEM knock change affect me?
Okay, now the point is,
Okay.
anyhow, last year it's already told that there is no STEM draw for this year.
Mhm.
Technically, what CIC mean is they are going to remove the IT sector, which now it is very much clear. Again, okay, one stream is gone for you, but now, like I already explained in the like in the start of the session, you still have CEC, FSW. You can go through human capital priority stream. You can look into other PNPs too, where because of the knock code, you can get a priority. But once again, you need to look into how your profile is. Go consult with any immigration firm you trust. Look, analyze your profile so that you have custom made options and then focus on that. Don't trust what other people are doing, like comparing apple with pineapple.
Talking about like draws which has been taken off, transport has gone off completely.
Again, a lot of people working there.
A lot of people are gonna get affected by that.
And again, not to be racist, but what I've seen is Desi community, our people, whenever there is a loophole, everyone started to take advantage of that and misusing that. CIC say, okay, man, you do it. And after some time, they just stop the draw. Same thing happened, like trucking, agriculture, when they see that, now the next thing which I'm concerned about is PSW. But one good thing is that Canada need healthcare providers.
Need a lot of them. So,
So I'm not seeing that, okay, no, that would be taken down so easily. But yes, what we are noticing is when the healthcare draw was started, the draw was 420, 410, 430, 445. Suddenly now it's on 463. Now think about a person who came after 12th. Even if you do PSW, you have a 2 years of experience and you get CLB 9. Still you're sitting around 450 points around. And if the draw happening on 470, it's impossible to reach that score even with CLB 9. So profile to profile, you need to identify which pathway work for you.
Wow. Okay. All right. Now let's go. My wife is working as a cook on LMI. Can I apply for SOWP? Oh, I'm so sorry. Nitesh, we will answer. We'll look into it. If we get time at the end, we'll go into it. But we want to cover into all of them. So does cook? Okay. Can you talk about sheet metal worker knock code 72102 that got recently added to the targeted draws? What are the eligibilities for that knock code?
So 72102.
102.
Okay, so 72102 sheet metal worker. I believe it needs certain certification, something. So it basically needs 12th. Yes. So now that is one which I was concerned about. Completion of 3 to 5 years of apprenticeship program, combination of over 4 years of work experience, trade certification. So whenever you say trade certification or red seal, you need to be a little bit concerned. So now the trade certification is precise. Trade certification for sheet metal workers is compulsory in New Brunswick, Quebec, Ontario, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. That means if, what's the name?
Got it. The person.
Okay, can family member. If you are working, you are trying to go into a 72102 NOC code, and if you are in Ontario, unfortunately, you need to first of all get a trade certification. Then only you can able to go into that. Without trade certification, your PR application will be refused.
Amala is the person.
Amla. Hi, Amla.
All right. Your application team is asking you to wind it up soon. They need you. Chris.
Yes.
Hi, Chris. What's up? Okay. All right. Okay. I think that's one of the we've been getting a lot of queries regarding this one question. I believe this is going to help a lot of people. I'm a licensed insurance broker in Ontario. My NOC code is 63100. Falls under STEM category. My current score is around 478, and by April 2025, my score will go up to 489. Will the scores drop to 480 anytime soon? Lakshmi Sridhar. Laksha Sridhar.
So Laksha, you are safe. Two things. One, because now it is under STEM, definitely the score like last year also when we look into it's 490, 480 range. If you are sitting around 480 plus range, that will definitely be useful and that will make you safe. But on the side, if you really wanted to look into what are the other ways to boost your CRS point, try to get into a score of more than like around 500, I would say, just to have a highest probability of securing the ITA by this year itself.
Okay. And how many percentage, I'm going one by one, Vishnu, rapid fire round, okay? How many percentage job responsibility should one person match in an experience letter? 60% match will be good enough of duties conflicting with two different job titles.
So you need to match around 90%. And the core need to be saying that, okay, what is the particular NOC code? So for example, if, like I said, cook and chef, people say that, yeah, both are doing the same thing, but no, if you look into it, you can understand both are different duties. Same thing with a carpenter and the cabinet maker. When person who is not understanding the NOC code, the person will say that, okay, both are same, but it is not. So you need to look into your duties. 90% match makes you safe.
Okay, Nishan has a question. One of my friends is under the NOC code 33109, which is under healthcare, and right now it's not there. The employers are ready to support another NOC code for 33102, but it needs state certification. Is that mandatory?
So Nishan, it's a little bit legal side. I cannot advise to change the NOC code because again, it's a misrepresentation. We should avoid giving this answer on live. I hope you can understand that. Sorry for that.
All right, we have another question. Hi Vishnu, I have a teaching experience from India. I am currently a teacher here in Canada now. But I'm not a permanent teacher. Am I eligible for expository category based draw?
Yes, you are. So once again, you need 6 months continuous work experience. So now in Canada, the point is you get around 2-3 months of vacation that literally make people concerned that, okay, they are not working for 1 year continuous, but that's fine. Even if you have 8 months of experience in 1 year and then you have a school when reopen, then you work for 4 more months, that makes your 1 year. So once again, continuous work experience is not required. You can club, CRS point is everything. If you are working even not a permanent full-time, still that is fine. 30 hours per week, make you qualified for express entry.
All right, Paul has a question for you, Vishnu. He's in the food service supervisor position right now. Now, suppose if for those people who are planning to change into a cook position, what all documents do they have to get from the employer?
Experience letter, pay stubs. That's all.
So they have to get a brand new, like a whole new employment letter and a new pay stub.
But let me add one thing, and this I'm trying to explain to my signed up clients too. Always look into last 1 year, did you put any other applications? Because now, for example, you put TRV application in the month of January 2025. Or you put a work permit extension application, or you put spousal open work permit application, and you said that you are a manager, because now for spousal open work permit, you need higher tier job. So they went through a restaurant manager. And now suddenly, after 6 months, you're saying that, no, I'm working as a cook. That's a misrepresentation. So once again, think, analyze the situation, don't trust the rumors, and once again, don't compare yourself with others. Whatever decision you make, think logically whether it is making sense or not. Because now, if someone already did an application, any application, told that okay, the person is a manager, CIC will ask that okay, from manager, how can you become a cook now? So be careful with whatever you do. Misrepresentation, 5-year ban is just across the street. Try to avoid that.
Okay. Can you talk about the occupations that has been removed from the healthcare?
So I am getting this question a lot on our social media page, but again, once again, nothing can be done. It was already told that when the category-based explainer, when it was launched, that okay, some NOC codes will be added every year, that will be revised, and now it's something happening. NOC code is removed. This stream is not for you. So technically, like if a person is in Ontario, the person is not qualified for AIP, not qualified for PNP in Saskatchewan, RCIP, other stream. So same thing, that you are still qualified for express entry, just you are not qualified under now category-based express entry draw. So you need to get evaluated your file so that you understand what are the pathways, other pathways to get the PR.
Okay. There's another good question related, like more like a follow-up question. So NOC code 31204, which is under the healthcare. Now that has been removed from the healthcare, trade draw, like not healthcare category draw, will that affect the OINP applications, because that was part of the OINP as well, right?
No. So once again, whatever happening with whatever is happening with one application, it is not something is happening to everything. So for example, the same thing I have explained to you when it was in New Brunswick, application policy change happened, when the PNP policy change happened, that particular policy change is specific to that particular stream. So you don't need to worry that, no, it is going to be influencing everything, because now one of the rumors which was spreaded that now in express entry, when you are going through, because now New Brunswick is taken out the retail and the food service, in express entry also it will be taken now. No. Yeah, it can be taken out from other PNPs or community program, but not from the express entry. Express entry can update it, but now, as of now, when you are looking into, if you are going under 33109 for express entry, it is not there now. You are just not getting PR through that particular category base, but still you're qualified under CEC. PNP is totally different process. You're still good with that.
Okay.
Go on. Fast.
Go. Okay. Hi, would non-re's job come under the early childhood educator assistant category or the early childhood educator new addition in the NOC section? Do we need any education related to that?
So yes, you can go as a non-licensed RC, basically it is a early childhood care educator. Yes, definitely you can go, because that when you are an assistant, you don't need a license, but you can use the same NOC code. It needs a little bit of explanation with the CIC when you put an application, because I have seen refusals coming in or procedural fairness coming for that, but we have tackled it before. But if you are going with non-licensed, just add a statement of purpose just to make it that you are not licensed, but yes, you are working as doing other duties as an assistant.
Okay. The NOC code 33109 as a recreation aid has been removed from the healthcare, healthcare.
Got it. Draw.
Okay. Healthcare draw. What are the next options? Healthcare stream.
So now you can look into the occupation therapist. Much common, but again, it would have a little bit of physiotherapy assistant. You can look into the PNPs. You can look into express entry CEC, or you can look into FSW. Other streams are also there, but again, it all depends upon your profile. So now, if you came after 12th, you cannot go through human capital. Now, you need to look into the employer-based. But if you came after degree or master's, you may just need to work on your IELTS to boost your CRS point. So once again, it's not that what option work for one person may work for other person. Everyone need to look into their own profile, because it's custom. It's not like your roommate have a different option, like same option like you. If he's moving, let him move. Look into whether you have to move it or not.
Okay, we have Saurav saying that he's a line cook at McDonald's and he's working, and his employer is willing to give him the paperwork for a line cook. Will he be eligible?
Again, if the duties match with the cook, definitely it will.
Okay. We have Neeraj who said that it's possibility that cooks will be removed after 1 year, like how they did for welders.
Yeah, it can be.
It's a possibility.
Oh, 100%. And that is going to happen. Like right now, it's just a bait what CIC
If you
has.
see a big flare with some particular
Oh,
knob
definitely.
cord,
Like I said, right now with all the policy change,
Hmm.
what CIC is looking into is the food sector. The employers are facing difficulty to get an employee. So literally, I work with the largest chain of McDonald's in Ontario. They are not getting employees because now low wage LMI is not possible.
LMI is gone.
Now LMI, like the
PNP.
students who wanted to work there, now they cannot able to work there because now they know that okay, that's not going to help with the PNP or anything. How they're going to sustain?
Yeah.
But now the cook is just a bait which is put there so that everyone is now rushing towards again back to the restaurant
Back
field.
to everyone's.
But after 1 year, when they will take off, for example, if they just increase the score to 480, think about yes, you are eligible, but are you reaching to 480 score? That is the question which you need to ask.
Nice. That's good. I'm a painter with 6 months of experience already. What should I focus on?
You should focus on category-based express entry draw, but more than that, if you don't want to even work hard or spend money behind IELTS, go with skilled trade worker stream. Last draw was 405 to 435. Those individuals who say that my score is 500, I'm not getting PR. I have clients with around 400 points who say that, yeah, sir, when I can apply for a citizenship next. So, painter, good one. Continue there, 1 year, get a PR.
Okay, how can we boost our score? Getting a job in 01 is pretty difficult right now, Vishnu.
Okay, so now there is no point system. Even if you're working in the tier 0, 1, 2, 3, you get only the same points. So there is no requirement that you go with 0 and you get boost point. That's a rumors. Only if you are going through a PNP or some community program, yeah, that's a different scoring system. Express entry, all the NOC codes tier 0, 1 to 3 have a same point system.
All right, my wife has almost 1.5 years of experience as an assistant professor in India, and she also completed a master's in Canada. Will there be any chance for direct pathway to PR?
Oh yes, definitely. She can look into one of the NOC code where she can get qualified. But now the point is, tricky situation. If she hit it 2 years of study in Canada, unfortunately, she may not even get qualified. And that is something very common. Even a person who is from back home, if the person did only 1 year program, creating a profile, the particular individual can use the foreign work experience under the category-based express entry draw. But if someone do for 2 year program, 16 month, by the time they complete their 1 year of experience, that 3 years of experience will be gone.
Okay.
So once again, yeah, it may be possible, but it all depends upon whether the previous work experience, what she have did, is within 3 years for this category. If your wife is going through a FSW, then don't worry about it. Last 10 years, all the experience are counted.
Okay, we have unable to hear. Okay, I hope you guys are able to hear. Okay, just let us know
Hello.
if you're.
Hello.
Okay, we all good. All right. My husband is working as retail sales supervisor back home. He's a banker. He has an MBA. 34 years old. Has been working there for almost a year. Do you think this category will still be available in the future, or would you advise him to change jobs?
Again, partial information depending upon the profile, depending upon his IELTS. So like I said, even if a person did PhD, have 3 years of experience from back home, 2 years of experience in Canada, if the IELTS score is 666, the person's score is around 440, 450 points. Okay, but at the same time, if the person can do CLB 9, the score can go around 500 points.
Okay.
So it all depends upon the IELTS. It's not okay. People will say that okay, your age is because of age you're losing points. Yes, you're losing point, but you can compensate that if you're doing your English proficiency exam. And guess what? No one even talk about that. Everyone talk about French. Everyone talk about moving the province. Everyone talk about LMI, now nanny care and those things. Guys, think about your IELTS, basic English, $330. Spend that, get the score, get the PR.
All right, paid internship, can it be counted for your work as a work experience?
Again, depending upon that if it is during the studies. If it is during the studies, it need to be continuous 1 year of experience. If it is less, not counted. It's Goman, right? Gagandeep. Yeah, bhai. Gagandeep bhai, kaise ho? So, yeah, so internship it is not counted. But now, internship, जिस दिन आपने work permit apply किया, उस दिन के बाद का सारा जो experience है, it would be counted.
समझ. Okay. Divya has a question. Hi. In agriculture and agri-food category, all the agriculture positions have been taken away, and just butcher is remaining. What are the other options as a farm supervisor can apply for PR?
Stick with the knock code. Do not leave that knock code. Okay. Now, let me tell you one important thing.
Okay, you might have to be. Don't whisper. You need.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now, very important thing to understand. Not many individuals work in the same knock code, and this is under the skilled also. So if you complete your 1 year of experience, don't look into category-based express entry draw, because anyhow the draw used to be very rare. But if you complete your 1 year of experience, you can go easily under something a skilled trade worker stream, and there you can get 600 points and around 400 points also. If you're there, you can get your PR. There was a time when in skilled trade, the agriculture draw used to happen around 280, 300, 350 points. So once again, this is very rare, very high demand, and it's not that common. If you are working as an agriculture supervisor, please stick with the job. It's way more better than going as a cook. Trust me.
But Vishnu, now that you're saying that them to stay in the position that they are right now, what if their work permit is expiring? Like in a year's time, do they still have to wait for like the whole 1 year?
So definitely they need a 1 year of experience. Then only the CC will be counted. But now, if the work permit is about to expire, my sincere request or question would be that what you are doing till now. I always recommend every CAN family member or whoever I know that by the time you complete your program, have a consultation with anyone and rule out your options. Because if you rule out your options, you have 1 year or 3 years, that is more than enough to get the PR. You did 1 year program. You're still in Canada. 521. Okay? When he came
Canada.
to me,
Next draw.
when he came to me, he said that he will not get a PR. And that time the score was 550, 540. I told him, get CLB 9, then you can join. He did that in 7 days. So again, if he can do, anyone can do.
I don't know if it's a compliment. I'll just take it in a good way. All right. Hi, Vishnu. I just wanted to know if environmental science a job at a hospital is eligible for a healthcare draw.
Unfortunately, no. It come under the occupation therapist. So once again, it's an environment, those kind, it's not directly related to healthcare. So if you notice one thing, the healthcare sector or healthcare draws is specifically direct care provider. It's not even like the social worker is just recently added. Previously, it was also not there. So unfortunately, that knock code may not be there, but still, I need to see the duties and everything to identify the knock code to give a better answer.
All right, knock 73200 has been removed from trade category. That's it.
Yes, it is.
It has been.
Yeah, it's basically, I believe that's a transportation supervisor, manager in transportation. Yes, that is removed. Once again, that is still under the skilled trade worker stream. So try to improve your IELTS score so that anytime the skilled trade draw will happen, and if that knock code is there, you can expect a 600 points for that. And again, you can do that even if you're in Canada or outside Canada, possible.
All right, Mohi has a question that person is working as a medical clinic assistant for almost 1 year and used to be in the healthcare draw, but now that they removed it and the person is around 462. What should they do now?
Medical care clinic assistant used to be in healthcare draw. I don't know. Trust me, I don't know that knock code. So technically, that is another version of the office administrator. Again, depending upon the knock code, it might be, but I have not seen that particular job coming under the healthcare because it's not directly related to that. It can come under the human capital and other stream, but as of today, yeah, you are looking into express entry, CEC or FSW, where you have to boost your IELTS score to maximize the CRS so that if the draw come down, you can get an invitation.
Megha has a question. She's been an engineer for almost 7 years right now, and right now she's planning to look into the whole the cooking and as a cook or like as like in the whole field of hospitality. Right now, she's doing a second year program and doing part time at Wendy's as a sandwich maker. Do you think it's a good option? Will that be a problem being an engineer?
Megha Kasala cook. I believe she's Marathi. Mumbai. Bhaskar.
Oh
so now.
So
like the Mumbai.
Where is that part of the question coming from? I didn't read.
It's Mumbai match, man.
Okay.
So now, one thing which I would like to tell you have a wonderful profile of 7 years working as an engineer. Don't look into your surrounding where people who don't have an experience trying to make you believe that you will not get a job. Sincere request to you, Megha, is that you should work on your resume. Go to your college, career hub. Even you pay someone to build your resume, do not compromise your dream because you have not come to Canada to work in a sandwich or working as a cook. I understand people will be telling you to do the cook or compromise your dreams because now they are making you believe that okay, no, the PR is not possible. But a profile like you who have an experience, I have never seen who have an experience being unemployed in Canada. So please, for time being, you can work in restaurant field, that's fine, but you should work on your resume and you should try to have a good connection in LinkedIn. And I will be looking forward that one time I will be maybe talk to you, or we'll be seeing that on next live. You will be saying that you got a job as an engineer or something, tier 0123. Please don't compromise your dreams because someone else is saying that work in a cook. That is not what you came in Canada for.
Beautiful. Good story. Ash has a question. Hi, my NOC code is 72024. Do I need to show any job experience or to become able to apply for OINP International Student Job Offer Stream?
Sorry, I got distracted.
72024. Will that does he have to show any job experience in that field to apply for OINP International Student Job Offer Stream?
Okay, so that is employer job offer stream, foreign worker, student
job offer stream.
so now, which is a NOC code.
Supervisor
Motor transportation. Now, the point is, it says that you need to have somewhat related experience because it's a supervisor. So at least you need to have 6 months to 1 year of experience to justify that you're not just came after 12th and because your employer is really good and you just got a supervisory title. You need to have certain experience just to have the relation that, okay, I came here, I studied mechanic, then I worked for 6 months and now I got a supervisory title. Have a connection because without that, if someone who studied nursing work as a mechanic, CIC officer will definitely ask, "Bhai, from where you got it? Kaise hua?"
Kaise hua? Okay, Suman has a question. Oh, Akhil said hi, Vishnu. Okay, Suman. Hello, how the experience will count as I am working with two different companies, full-time and part-time, but NOC code is as cook. Will that work?
So Suman, you just need to use the one of the job where you're working full-time. That will qualify you for express entry. Part-time you can mention in the personal history, but it doesn't add any points to your profile.
How many years of experience is needed in PSW?
Depending upon which kind of stream you're looking into. If you're looking into category-based express entry draw, people say that 6 months of experience is enough to qualify, but that never gonna get you the PR or get you in express entry. You need to have at least 1 year of experience inside Canada. It can be in 6 months in other stream in tier 0, 1, 2, 3, and 6 months in PSW. But you need 1 year of experience to get 40 points, which will boost your CRS point. But other than that, if you're looking human capital, 1 year of experience is required. If you're looking into other streams, every streams have different eligibility criteria. But at least work for 1 year, you will be safe.
Christina has a question for you. Vishnu, does working in during the study permit, will that count for your experience?
If only if it is a continuous full-time experience for continuously 1 year. So definitely in Canada, if you do that, you go under misrepresentation, 5-year ban. But yes, if you're working for an Indian company or US company, definitely you can able to claim the points.
All right. My wife just completed studying data analyst diploma. Is the new NOC code change affecting data analyst program?
No, it is not. So once again, this is one of the segment of express entry. It has nothing to do with that it's everywhere it is getting changed or it's getting influenced. Only in category-based express entry draw, that particular NOC code is not there. But still in express entry, human capital or other streams, still she can able to apply and get a PR.
Okay, Rocky Chad has a question. I have already applied for NOC code 41320 educational counselors like in September, and the NOC code was out from the healthcare stream. Will I get an IT if I applied after the announcement, before the announcement?
Same thing. Now, whatever draw will be coming, that will be only coming based upon the current NOC codes. So if you have even created a profile before, unfortunately, you will not be expecting to get an invitation in the healthcare draw.
All right, Arya, Arya has a question. I work here in Canada as a social and community social worker, full-time under 42201. I have a different educational background back home. Am I eligible for healthcare and social care?
Yep, depending upon your background, once again, if you're selecting any NOC code, there is an employment section is there. Employment eligibility part, you have to look into it. What are the background they are looking for? Based upon that only, you can select your NOC code.
Okay, that's good. I have a CRS of 444. Will that be okay for trade draw?
Hopefully, yes. But um, I can just say one thing, Robin. Try to improve your CRS point if you really wanted to get a PR in 2025. I'm assuming somewhere around 460 to 470 range of trade. If it come down, everyone will be happy. But because of the number of people in cook title, I'm definitely hoping that score will go higher now in trade.
All right, Emma has a question. I've worked 6 months during my while studying for social and community service worker. Can I apply for express entry under foreign skilled worker?
Foreign skilled worker. Mm-hmm. Now, again, depending upon, are you talking about a PNP or are you talking about express entry? Because the foreign worker stream is in both. If you're looking into express entry, once again, it depends upon your CRS point. If you're looking into a PNP, you need an employer support.
All right. Is there any possibility of adding NOCs or removing NOCs from healthcare soon?
Next year, 2026. This year, one change done. Every year, as the policy when it was introduced, it was told that every year there will be certain change. So this year change is done. The biggest hot news is already served to you. 2026, there will be another live session like this whenever the news will be coming.
Right. Am I eligible to get a PR if I'm gonna work full time in Saskatchewan?
Cook.
Matthews. I think we answered the same
Cook.
question. As a cook, yeah.
Again, you work anywhere as a cook. It depends upon the stream which you are looking into. If you're going through PNP, then you need to look into PNP eligibility. If you're looking into express entry, then you have to look for your CRS point.
Okay, Tushar has a question. Hi, I'm working in a job role of 42201, but my employer will support for OINP under 44101. So my question is, do we need employer support to keep in 42201 as social and community service worker?
Now, how can this happen? Because now, if you're looking into, again, like I said, Tushar, I'm a nurse, so I can know what technically you're doing there. So now, 4.4 is something where you're giving direct care, and it's basically like a caregiver, whereas 4.22 is something where you're doing counseling, recording, reporting, recreation, other thing. If your employer is making mistake in selecting the NOC code, just request them not to mention the NOC code in that, because yes, you cannot expect the employer to have a knowledge about the immigration. But in PNP, definitely the form has to be filled. So if he's ready to fill the form with 44101, I would say that is the fastest way to get a PR if you are after 12th, because you can go through an in-demand stream. But if you are going through 422, then you can go through a express entry based draw.
Okay, that's good. All right, we're making progress, Vishnu.
Okay, guys, just last 2 minutes. We will stop taking the questions now.
I think we stopped.
Oh, we are sorry.
Questions.
Okay, done.
Because we won't end it today, so we just stopped the questions.
Okay.
We're just gonna finish the ones we have.
Thank you, team. No, at 8 o'clock, I need to start my submissions. Those most important thing. So,
Okay, my husband is in insurance, but I'm confused with the stem draw.
nothing to confuse. So, what she's confused about husband or about the stem
Husband,
draw?
about that it's not part of the stem draw.
Oh, no, it is part of a stem draw. Now, again, based upon the NOC code. Based upon the NOC code, you need to look into it. And yes, in stem draw, now the insurance agent is included. So, if you can able to get like a proper duties and everything, yes, he is under the stem draw. But now again, depending upon his CRS point, it would be dependent whether he will get an invitation or not.
All right, Seshta, we have already answered the question, but I will give it again. She almost worked in as in cook position for almost 1 year, and she moved to another place now. Can she go back over there so that she can rejoin back and apply for the cook experience?
If you already have 1 year of experience, you are qualified to under the stream. You don't need to go back and work. For this category-based express entry draw, in last 3 years, you just need 6 months of experience. So if you have a 6 months of experience, you are good. You don't even need to having that particular job when you're applying. It again based upon now on your CRS point and the draw whenever it comes that you will get an invitation or not.
I've been working part-time social worker for almost 3 years, and do I need to get a full-time to be eligible?
Depending upon your number of hours, if you have around 720 hours something, which is equivalent to a 6 months experience, you are eligible to apply under this category-based express entry draw healthcare.
Social worker, child and youth worker, social service worker, instructor of persons with disabilities. Which job is better for getting a PR? Sneha Sunny.
Hi Sneha. So now the point is, whichever job you can get, where you are happy with the job and which is related to your field, Reach me with the job saying that yes, I got this job offer. I can tell you how to get a PR through that. Do not look into the job that okay, no, this may not help me, and you leave the job. Get any job, dear. You came here to work in health sector. Get a job. If it is well-paid job, you are happy with the job. Reach me. I will tell you how to get a PR through that particular job itself. Don't change the job. Don't work in cook. Okay, this is better jobs, better than cook.
Okay. As I'm working with special kids, am I eligible for instructors or person with disabilities?
Again, depending upon your NOC code, so TAFIA, right?
Tough, yeah.
Yeah, TAFIA. It depends upon TASFIA. So TASFIA depend upon your NOC code. So again, I need to look into your duties to identify your NOC code. If that NOC code is matching with the healthcare, then yes. The matching with the educational sector, then yes, you are eligible.
Zara said, "Hey guys, you both and the entire CAN team is doing a great job. Keep it up." Let's go. Okay, Jubin, thank you, Zara. Okay, Jubin Thomas, I cannot apply for PCC as my status is expired. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna skip the question. Next question: is there any possibility for people for being under food service supervisor in hospitals or even as a diet technician?
Again, depending upon the NOC code, you're looking into a food service supervisor. It's not even coming near to the cook. So once again, yes, you can get PR, but depending upon your profile, not under the healthcare based draw or a category based draw or trade draw.
Okay. Does category based knock codes get invitation from a general draw if they meet the CRS scores as well?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
If someone who's applied in category based draw, can they get also invited in the general based draw?
Yeah, definitely. So it's like one express entry. You create your profile. So if someone is sitting around 507, now the person got a CEC express entry draw. The person is qualified under that. If there is a trade sector comes and the draw comes for 470 and plus, he can get into any of those.
Okay. One category education counselors has been removed. Once category education counselors has been removed from healthcare, is that considered to be an educational occupation?
What is the question?
Like education counselors has been removed from healthcare. Is it part of healthcare?
No, it is not. So education is a part of education. Healthcare is technically where you're giving care. Education is where you give knowledge. Both are different. Right now it's have a different segment because again, Canada just don't need transportation and health. They also want the kids to be knowledgeable. So you guys are best.
I have worked as a cook for almost 6 months, 30 to 35 hours a week straight. Then on my 7th month, I only did up to 20 hours a week. Do I need 2 job letters for this role?
Again, it depends upon now which category you're looking into. If it is express entry, then your express entry profile has to be created in a proper way so that there will be no misrepresentation. Because if you work for 30 to 35 hours, it considers full time. If you work 20 hours, it considers part time. So you need to create a profile in proper way. And if you create a profile, you can expect your invitation.
Okay, if I break my studies without moving to a work permit for 6 months and staying in Canada waiting for a knock job in Canada, will that affect when I apply for my work permit later? You want to answer the question or out of context?
Out of course.
Out of context.
We just wanted to give an answer specifically to this because again, we also have a questions in our Instagram. And again, I have only 30 minutes now.
We'll be praying for those answers. We'll answer it later. Well, the team is kind of like, getting, okay, let's go. Social workers, child and youth workers, socials. Okay, we've answered that. Can you tell me about, okay, I'm going to skip in demand because these are not, okay.
So Bibin, please, we are only answering about the category-based express entry draw today. We will be doing more videos like this where we are going to cover the next session I was planning to do for the IELTS, CELPIP and PT. But down the road, we are definitely wanted to cover the PNPs too. So follow our channel next week or by in the month of March. We will be definitely doing one video to explain about how to apply for PNPs, what are the different types and other things.
Okay, I have a question from Sam Cherry, and it says, if I change my knock code in express entry profile, will that affect the profile, like carpenter on profile, but my experience matches mostly with cabinet maker?
Who is that?
Sam Cherry.
Yeah, Sam. Once again, cabinet maker and carpenter are two different knock codes, entirely different professions. So once again, you need to look into your duties, and then you need to identify which knock code is particularly matching. if you are really working as a carpenter, I would say you have again a better possibility of getting into a skilled where you don't even need to go with that high score. Trade, where everyone is right now focusing, just keep one thing in mind. Yes, you may be eligible because you are falling under that knock code, but what if the knock code draw, like trade draws comes around 470, 480? Are you in that range? Think about it.
Okay, I'm working at cybersecurity, but my position is DevOps engineer. However, my roles and responsibilities are related to cybersecurity. Can I add the cybersecurity code to the pool?
Depending upon your duties again, if it is the duties of cybersecurity, then that is your knock code.
Okay, I'm working under NOC 4401, which is eligible for Express and the healthcare category based draw. If I currently hold a score of 470, am I eligible? How about applying with common law partner?
So from where he started and where he gone, man. Stephen. Steffi. Hi, Steffi. You started from one question and you directly went into the other question. So now, so the knock code is 2201. So 42201, if you are sitting on 470, it's a decent score. Try to improve the score around 475 because now the last draw was 463. Before that, it was 445. So we can see a jump. 463, if even it jump, it comes around 470, 475. So try to improve your score, but right now the score which you have a better possibility. And your second question about common law, all the best. If you fulfill the requirement, then you can able to add the person.
Okay. Okay. Under which tier does the knock code 42201 fall?
What? It's tier 2.
Are RIBO certified insurance broker eligible for PR pathways?
Again, you don't even need to have a certifications like that. If you have a proper course and you work as an insurance agent, you're getting paid properly. Yes, you're qualified under STEM category as an insurance broker, insurance agent.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've been working as a line cook for the last year. I have work experience in India too as 1 year, and IELTS is overall as 8. My points are around 480. What are the next chances?
You should give a CELPIP, or you should give your PT, or you need to give IELTS. Try to get CLB 9. Your score is 505. This year, in next 3 to 4 months, you can expect your invitation. Don't even look for any other options.
Okay, like if score is IELTS is 8.
Yeah, he need to get CLB 9. So it's CLB 8.
Overall 8. Okay.
Yeah, overall. Yeah. So it's not CLB 8.
Wait, CLB 8 is...
CLB 8 is listening 7.5, rest all 6.5.
Okay.
Overall 8 is different, but again, if he can able to get CLB 9, 505 points, any score more than 500 is having a highest possibility of getting a invitation this year.
Okay, and I think I'm just gonna cut up all the... Okay, please talk about knock code 94111 plastic extruder operator. PR
കിട്ടും. So now, നമ്മൾ ഇതിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നുണ്ട്. So on the translation, we are going to talk about this particular process. So this is the 94 knock code. This comes under the in demand. So if you are looking to get a PR through this particular knock code, yeah, it is possible, but you need to have an employer who can support, and then you have to wait to have an in demand stream draw. You need to have a scoring system around 34 to 35, but we will discuss more about it in upcoming live session. We are going to cover one day about all the PNPs, where we are going to take all the PNPs answer, and I believe, what's the name? Salman. So yeah, Salman, we'll talk to you and we'll discuss you, or like we'll be explaining you about the in-demand stream, but yeah, you're looking into in-demand stream PNP in Ontario.
Okay, and is PSW included in NOC 3, and can I do a private course on work permit?
Yeah, you can do that.
We did that. Okay, which jobs can I focus now that should I approach my employers even if I apply online? Am I eligible I'm not getting any reply from any of the employers. Planning to go into pest controllers and fumigators. Is that worth it?
Again, depending upon your knock code, if you can able to get one of the knock code which is under the category based express entry draw, definitely that will make the whole PR a little bit easy.
Okay, hi Vishnu, can you explain the eligibility criteria of 63100?
63100. Insurance agent, yes. So we have received a lot of requests from this. So definitely we are going to make one detailed video on this. This particular knock code again. So let me explain that now. If you came after 12th or you came after degree, master, doesn't matter. If you have at least 6 months of experience as a 63100 knock code, you can able to look into, but again, you need to look into that whether you are eligible for express entry, because it's not just about the 6 months. It's about, are you eligible to create a profile or not? So now if you complete your 1 year of experience, you're sitting on a score of around 470, 490. Yes, you will be getting an invitation whenever the STEM draw will happen. But other than that, just by having a 6 or 12 months of experience, if your score is less around 400, 430, depending upon luck.
Okay. Kirti has a question. Hi Vishnu, I'm an accountant in India for 5 years. Came to Canada on study permit. Got a job as a Java developer in December 2025. Which stream should she focus for a PR?
So you can look into human capital priority stream if you came after 12th, because definitely I believe you have a 5 years experience, so you might have a degree or master's. So you should look for express entry, FSW, human capital, and you can also look into the IT sector, other PNPs, which is in other provinces. But the most important thing is, I believe you're still not a PR just because of your lower IELTS score. Improve that to CLB 9 to have a surety that you should get a PR by this year.
Okay, agriculture background. What kind of job should I focus on? How can I approach the employers? Agriculture background jobs, any idea?
You should try to look into jobs or the employer. Try to visit farms. So Google farms near me or greenhouse near me. Try to go in person and try to give your resume to the manager of the plant. Second thing, you can find most of the farms in the greenhouse either on the way to Niagara Falls, on the way to Peterborough, or on the way to London. Try to go in person, because most of the farm owners doesn't have online access and they are not like that tech savvy.
Think about farmers applying online on Indeed.
So this is happening, like literally international students, they wanted to apply online. But think about, you need to look into when you're looking for a construction job. Do you think all the construction workers are online? Go in person, put your resume, tell them, and I'm ready to work anything. I just need a job. You get a job, and definitely our background people, we can work, do anything, man. Just need a PR support. Start looking for the job. But yes, definitely agriculture jobs are really having more hope than working in a food sector as of today.
All right, Divya said, thank you, Vishnu. I was stressed, but now I'm feeling motivated.
That's the whole thing, like whole purpose of this live session, that you get right information. And again, the life is very short. Be happy, stress-free.
All right, Akash has a question. Is welder score expected around 400 in trades?
If you're looking into skilled trade worker stream, yes, it can be. But if you're looking into a category-based express entry draw, near to impossible. Because even last year when there was not these many knock codes and knock codes were very specific, score was 420, 430 range. Having a 400, practically not possible, but yeah, it's Canada, anything can happen. Next one.
Pretty much the last question, Vishnu. Last question. My husband is a farm supervisor, age 36. Which stream should he focus on the PR?
Skilled trade worker stream. So Kirti, definitely, your husband is in a very good job. Try to focus about the skilled trade worker stream. Try to ask him if he can able to do a better IELTS. Try to get the score around 420 to 440 range, which is very median way, like median score in the CRS to get under the skill trade. And if you get that, I believe your husband can get your whole family PR.
Awesome.
And to Jisha, just one question about the BCPNP. Definitely, like I told before, we are planning to have a full segment based upon the PNPs, where we are going to explain about the PNPs, how can apply, who can support, how to identify employer. So stay tuned, subscribe our channel, press the bell icon, because now whenever we are coming, definitely we are going to post more videos, so that I cannot able to talk to each and everyone in one day, but at least by this live session, I hope the knowledge is transferred and you know now what is best for you. And looking forward, that good news saying that you got a PR.
And Vishnu, starting a business, can that help me get a PR? This is Binny's question, not my question.
So starting a business, again, not in Ontario, not in BC, but yeah, there are certain provinces which support for the business PNB. You can try, but Again, you need to have a professionals who can able to assist you to start your business if you are a temporary resident, because the risk factor is more, because you may need to have someone as a partner who's a Canadian citizen or PR. I heard stories which is not that good. So whatever you do, if it's your money, just plan it, have a proper guidance, invest, and have success in life.
If we become successful, treat us. Yes.
No, everyone deserves to be happy and successful in Canada. Like again, you came here with a lot of hurdles, lot of struggles. Now, time that you should now look into how to get a PR in Canada and stay happy.
All right, everyone. That's it for today.
Done? Instagram, any?
Instagram questions, we will answer it for them on the stories. We'll give a quick answer because people are like almost tired. People are hungry, Vishnu.
Okay. You are hungry. I know. I know. Should we take in 15 minutes?
You want to take another 5 minutes?
5 minutes?
Okay, we can do it then. We'll finish it off.
Okay, let's go. I don't like to keep it the things for tomorrow.
Right here.
That's fine.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's finish it with some Instagram questions too. We are only going with those questions which are.
Guys, how is my idea of having like promoting the whole of our page? It's actually by AI. By the way, this is AI. Okay.
Her name is AI.
The whole thing is AI, but it's called marketing strategies. All right, we're gonna.
He's married, by the way. He's married. Okay, 2 years now. If Tanya is listening, Tanya, AI.
She's not. Don't listen. Okay. Questions. Oh, that's a couple of questions. Okay, that's a lot of questions. Okay. Would healthcare draw be above 470?
Around 470 is a really good score. So healthcare, like last draw was 463. So I would say around 470 is a decent score. Try to get maximum you can, because it's not like skilled where it's a bracket. If a draw comes on 471, I don't want you should lose that. So try to get maximum you can and then wait for the draw.
Does physiotherapy aid fall under code 32109 of healthcare category?
It used to, but right now it's not under the category-based explicitary draw. Yes, it's fall under 33109, so it's good for healthcare.
I'm working as a building superintendent and I'm applied under OINP 78 points.
That's a really good score. If you're having a 78 point, any point which is around more than 77 is good for the OINP International Student Job Offer Stream. Hopefully you should be getting your EOI very soon.
What? Okay, I don't know. You can answer this. If I'm working as a pizza cook, will I be able to get into STEM as per updated NOC? I think the person meant skilled, but yeah.
What's the name?
No, we'll keep it. We'll keep it for the people. Like we'll keep it.
No, which? Okay. Okay. No, I just wanted to know that which kind of weed he's smoking right now.
It's okay, bro. It's
So,
okay.
now-
I think he meant skilled. He
Oh,
meant
yeah.
skilled.
Yes, skilled. So now, yes, if you are as a cook and
Pizza cook.
pizza cook, you are qualified under the skilled trade. Still, it's not like, okay, you just qualified, you still need to have a higher CRS point to get into it, because I'm assuming again in the skilled also, now the score will go higher.
Okay, paid internship, does it? Did we already covered it up?
Yeah.
And cook trade category requirements.
Nothing. You just need 6 months of experience. Even if you are not having any kind of experience or background in studies, still you can work as a cook.
Can Java developers apply for CEC?
Yes. So Java developer, again, it fall under the IT stream category. You need to look into what's a NOC code and then you can apply.
Can a Canadian citizen adopt an international student, and will the student get PR through that way?
Possible, okay, possible. So again, have a good relation so that someone can adopt you. If that is the case, then yes, under the humanitarian you can get a PR. But again, I don't think your real biological mom and dad will love that.
I worked in trucking for 1 year and I'm still working, and now it's gone. What do I do? My next, he's currently on 451.
Try to look into the skilled trade worker stream, or you need to find an employer who can support you for the PNP.
Okay. Any news on the next CEC draws?
Should be coming by this week. If this week come, then the score will drop. If it doesn't come, then we are expecting again the CRS point to be having a hike. Why Canada? Do some draws, please.
I have 9 months experience as a support worker in healthcare and with PSW certification. Am I eligible?
Again, depending upon your NOC code, if you're falling under 33102, yes, you are qualified. But once again, you need to first of all get qualified in Express Entry stream, where technically you need 1 year of experience inside Canada if you don't have a 3 years of experience from back home.
Do we need a job offer from Canada to do the express entry for teachers?
No. So under this category-based Express Entry draw, you need to have a 6 months of experience in last 3 years. If it is inside Canada, outside Canada, doesn't matter. You can able to create the profile.
Okay. Honestly saying, there's a whole lot of questions saying when can we expect the next CC draw. You know, if you had the ability to guess the next draw, bro, we are millionaires.
No, trust me. If it comes this week, I'm looking into 519, lower 518, 519. But if it doesn't come this week, we are looking into again around 527, 528 points.
Ooh.
It will increase. It will increase.
Okay, bye. I didn't ask anything. Okay, I'm working for a job role of 42201, but my employer is supporting 44101.
We already answered that.
Yeah.
So we already answered that in the YouTube.
Okay. Talk about the removed list 2 is 7.3. We'll make a video on that possibly, hopefully.
Which one?
What all have been removed and what all have been added.
Again, let me just make it a simple comment here. Okay, whatever is removed, you cannot do anything on that. So guys, forget about it. So like I said already, I gave a comment on that. You're in Ontario, you're not looking for the AIP, right? So same thing. Right now, even if it's removed. Look into what all options you have. It is only removed from the category-based Express Entry draw, but still, if it is STEM category, you are still looking into a human capital and other PNPs and Express Entry and other stream. Look into that and get a PR.
Awesome. 90 minutes, 96 minutes. We're good to go for today. All right, guys. Thank you so much for staying up. I know a lot of people have been there from starting. Like, you guys been so patient. I know a lot of people have been reaching when are we starting, and a lot of people have already put up all the questions. And thank you for being patient. Thank you for being with us. We enjoyed this moment. It was pretty fun.
I would have a small request to every CAN family member who's watching this. Kindly put a comment. Good, bad, doesn't matter. At least if your review is coming, we can understand what we are doing good, what we are not doing good, what sector we have to improve. And your comments and feedback is very valuable. So please give a comment, and always, if you like our channel, share with your friend, because again, the only way to live in Canada is to stay happy and stay positive. Very rare, but CAN family, definitely there.
Definitely there. All right, everyone, have a good night. And that's the wrap for today.